All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the episode. Hope everyone's doing well today. We are going to spend some time in Starfield on the channel. Just give that a second to make its grand entrance there. And yeah, so basically kicking off a brand new run here. I know a lot of you guys have probably played it. I know I've been playing the heck out of it. Excited to be kicking off another character here. And yeah, I don't know ultimately how long we'll run through this on the channel, but you know, while it's kind of fresh in my mind and
oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time.
fresh out there in the world,
follow my one simple rule.
figure we spend some time and kind of have some fun here. So
rule?
we'll kind of get back to our regular scheduled
Exactly.
programming,
Listen to me.
but just
Mine
want to have
is
some
just
fun here.
Like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Star Dock, except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, you know, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself.
Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
All right, guys. Man, I've been having a blast with this ever since it released. I did do the few days early with the premium edition. I think I had mentioned on the channel a few videos ago that I had recently gotten a new PC, and with that PC I got a few free months of Game Pass, and so really all I had to do was pay for the premium upgrade, which was like $30, so figured it would be worth it to me, since I really don't have to buy the game for the you know, in the meantime.
Yeah, because God forbid we drill on a rock with breathable atmosphere.
Know what I love about working in pre-stock?
I'm trying to decide how much do I kind of talk over them, and how long do we just kind of let the opening roll. And I'm gonna try and stay out of their way quite a bit, but of course I've got things to say as well, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, just as we're getting started here, you know, I do appreciate y'all tuning in, checking out the episode. I know it's not the long dark, and that's why a lot of you guys are here, but you know, we like to try and do different things on the channel every now and then, and since this one's fresh, figured we'd again just kind of have some fun, spend some time with it, and kind of see how things go.
What do we say, Dusty? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, pick it up. Troy, what's the yield?
Minimal at this point. Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay the course?
No, ma'am. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Well, okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are we gonna do here in Starfield? I don't really have like a set like character build or anything. We'll maybe spend some time kind of figuring that out in the episode today. Just gonna tell me to grab one of these.
Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal deposits are in that cabin. I'll shout out when I need you.
Cool, sounds good. Yeah, so
You think we'll be done here soon?
you know, I've got my main character that I've been playing. I've got about, gosh, like 48 hours into it.
They sucker you to join.
And I don't necessarily know that I want to kind of do everything the same as what I've done over there. We'll kind of maybe try and switch it up, which I know doesn't really mean much to you guys because you haven't really seen what I've been doing over there. But I'm just gonna kind of, from my perspective, be looking for a little bit of a different experience, just since it's a, you know, a whole second character, and I'm still pretty, you know, committed to my main run. So anything I can do to kind of differentiate it, I think I'll try to do. I'm kind of, you know, a goody two shoes in that run, so I kind of like the idea of you know, being sort of the more of the bad guy with this character, but I kind of feel like that's what a lot of people are doing in their streams and things like that, and so I don't necessarily just want to kind of like do what everyone else is doing. So we'll see. We'll leave it up kind of for some decision here as we get started.
Standard reading with clean break. Shut it down.
Let's go.
Hella, get the readings.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after? It'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
If you guys have played it, what are you guys thinking so far? I've got some stuff to say, but
I think.
we'll kind of wait till we get a little bit further down the road, and I'll kind of tell you guys what I think. And I think I've said that I enjoy it already, which I do, but
Where is it, Hella?
we'll go a little bit deeper into it.
I think.
Okay, you,
Alright.
you're up.
Yep.
Something goes
Yep.
wrong in there.
Yep.
We'll come get you.
Yep. Okay. So I think basically just kind of like he's just gonna keep going. We'll give him a second here.
Do you see anything?
Yeah, we'll just wait till we get to the character creation screen. All right, let's do this.
Dusty. Snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
All right, cool. Yeah, so I think I mentioned in one of my Long Dark episodes that, you know, I was like going on about how I don't know how people would kind of go back to No Man's Sky after this, because, you know, there was going to be such an overlap. And, you know, after I've spent a couple of like really, you know, couple of days of game time playing to this point, I mean, I think it's safe to say that I was definitely wrong about that, and there's been some criticism of the game because of that it's, you know, not more like No Man's Sky and other kind of space exploration games that are out there on the market. I don't think a lot of that is fair criticism. I think that it truthfully kind of is its own experience, so to speak. And so I think that the two definitely could coexist, and I feel a little bit like off base now with what I was kind of saying before, just about how this game would probably kind of overtake No Man's Sky, and I think in some ways maybe it still will, but I do think there's a world where those two games are different experiences, and both are a lot of fun. So all right, let's jump into our character here. I want to make my character for this, I just kind of want to have like a little bit of a rough exterior, you know. I want to be kind of a tough looking you know, individual. So where do we want to start with that? Let's do, I definitely want to be a man. Maybe pick one of these presets to start from. Not really gonna try and, we'll start with this guy. No, I'm not really like shooting for anything in particular, and like I'm not gonna try and make it look like anybody. I'm not gonna try and make it look like myself. I kind of did that with my other character. I just kind of want a generally good-looking character to play with. Alright, so body type, let's do kind of somewhere between thin and muscular, somewhere in the middle there. We just want a pretty decent, healthy-looking guy. I think that's probably good. We'll go with that. Okay, walk style, I'll just leave that as, there's kind of like a more feminine version, and then just like a, I don't know, kind of maybe the standard. Let's see. That works. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this. I know you could spend hours on character creation. It's not really what I'm shooting for today. I want him to look good, but like I said, I'm not shooting for any sort of appearance. Like, you know, I don't have a celebrity in mind or a character in mind or anything like that. So we'll just kind of see what we come up with. Okay, he's got a big forehead. With hairstyle would help with that. Let's do that first, and then we'll circle back around to that pass hair. There it is. I was looking right at it and couldn't see it. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I like that. What if we make him like a little bit of an older, you know, like got some wear and tear? I think that could be kind of cool. He's looking pretty young and fresh-faced at the moment, but there's got to be some ability to kind of put some age on him. I think that's what we'll shoot for. We want a beard. Let's do the big beard. Facial hair color. So that being the case, what do we got? It's like close to maybe gray. Be nice if there was like a gray that's kind of like a salt and pepper, you know. I'm not really seeing much though. I don't hate that. Let's maybe go with that. And, oops. Facial hair color. What's the corresponding color look like down here? Is that it? I don't know that I really like that. Let's see what the regular gray looks like. I think that looks a little bit better. Even that's not bad. Alright. So now he just looks like a dude with like white hair. We need to figure out how to get the age on him. Alright, let's mess with the eyes. Even that set of eyes right there looks older than the one he was rocking. It's not bad either. Actually, I really like those. I wish they weren't quite so sunken in. We can adjust that. Come out a little bit. Oh, that's as far as they come out. Move down a little bit. That's not bad. I can live with that. There's like, it's almost like his eyes are not 100% symmetrical, which I kind of like. Like I was saying, I want a little bit of age on our guy here. So, oops. What color eyes do we want? I kind of like I've seen a lot of characters in games in this game that have this color eyes, and I think it's kind of cool. As I thought about starting a new character, I really was kind of having this eye color in mind. I don't know, like, there's no explanation to why they have this eye color. It's clearly not normal, but I mean, outside of that, I really haven't seen any like, oh, you know, people that came from this planet have, you know, this in the air or something, and that's why they have miscolored eyes. I guess all in all, it really doesn't make too big of a difference what eye color we go with. Let's go with this for now, and then if we change our mind, we can come back, but I'm pretty happy with it. Let's do these. Get it gray. Looks good. Forehead. just kind of general forehead shape. I kind of like the one we have, but let's see what else is out there. Maybe something a little more square. That's not bad either. That looks pretty good because it's got the age lines on it. So I'm playing in 4K. So I'm getting great detail. I do have the frame counter up in the top right hand corner, so you guys can always kind of keep a peek on. That's been one of the things that has maybe been a little bit of a frustration or interesting piece for folks that have NVIDIA GPUs and the support of those. I do have the DLSS 3.5 mod enabled, so I am pulling a little bit better frames, but I'm gonna plan to kind of try and keep that on throughout the series, so it's up there in the right hand corner. But all of that is to say, I guess, if you guys, as it gets processed and posted to YouTube, you guys may not see the level of detail that I'm seeing in front of me, so just keep that in mind as I'm kind of talking through these things. He's looking like he's got some age on him now compared to when we started. And I know that like I'm choosing like the overall shape of his facial features based on the skin complexion, almost like the looking like it has some age on it, and you can add that yourself. I'm just kind of going quickly through it though. Ears. I kind of like the second option. Yeah, let's go with those. That's almost, gosh, I don't know. That's almost too old. If we go too far with this thing, let's go with it. It looks good. All in all, it looks good. It's kind of nice having a lot of times you end up with these characters who just have like perfect smooth facial features and skin and stuff, and so it's good to maybe have them look a little bit different. Mouth shape, man, it's kind of hard because like you get your character and then like you're liking how they're looking, and then towards the end it asks you to change something else, and you're like, well, I kind of like the feature that I have on there. Yeah, I think the first option, honestly. There's like these couple that have a really like flat mouth, and they just look so different from everything else that I'm like tempted to go with one of these. Versus 2. 6 or 2, what do we want to do? A little more of an overbite. Yeah, I like that. We'll go with like he's got decent teeth. Doesn't have perfect teeth, but teeth, jaw, it's kind of hard with the beard. And in fact, let's go back up really quick. This is always something I kind of like did in Skyrim too, is like let's turn it all the way off. So we had 19. Ooh, I don't like like you kind of don't get a feel for like what they look like with the facial hair. Like I hate that mouth now, so let's change his mouth as well. Let's go back to 1 since that was choice 2. Eight is not bad. I wish it was a little further down. He's got a really tall chin. And then can we bring it so it's not quite so protruding? Its size. I can't really like pull it back towards the face that I can see. All right, jaw. Chin. I hate to make him look too old. Okay, I'm happy with that. What else is there? Neck. Probably just the textures. That's pretty good. Kind of fits what I'm looking for. That's not bad either. Let's go with that one. We'll put the beard back on here in just a second and see. Do we want to give him any piercings? Our older guy with some piercings. Do they have any like? I could go with the the double rings on the top of the ear, maybe. They don't have that. See, there's 2 rings on the bottom lobe, and then, but there's not just like I want one side with the rings on the top, and I'm not seeing that as an option. I kind of want like these 2 are one ear or the other. I want the same thing, but for the top. I want them to have one ear that has the top pierced, and I don't see it, so we'll skip it. Derm aesthetic. Oh man, there's a ton of options. This is how we get our age, really. I don't want it to look like overly dirty or anything. It's got some moles. It's not so bad. That's option 13. We might go with that. It's not bad. 31. Oh, I like that one too. 39. We might go with that one. That might be the winner. Yeah, let's go back to 39. I think that's the choice. That's what I'm rolling with, guys. 39. Okay. Complexion, color, temperature. Give them weird skin tones. Got some like port wine stains. I don't know that I really see anything in there that I like. We can just kind of make them green. I think we'll just run with the first option. Complexion, blemishes, freckles, basically. Not really feeling that. Maybe the moles. Big freckles. Yeah, let's do that one right there. It's like a full side of the face damaged. Man, some of these are pretty wicked. Let's give him some sort of scar, and then I'm gonna like turn the intensity down to where it's like really faint. Yeah. It can be like, holy cow, he just got it yesterday, or it can be like really faded. Let's go with that. Facial forms, what is that? Facial forms one. Oh, like bags. Oh man, I don't know if I really want to mess with that, because like we've been doing that the whole. Give him some really dry lips. 7 gives him a little kind of butt chin. Ooh, that's like a ton of age. I don't know. That might be back into the territory of too old. Yeah, you know, I'm happy with how he looks without it, so let's just not do it. Any tats? That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. I don't know if we'll do it, though, because I really intend to have the beard. Let's see if there's anything else. It's got to be something that's, like, up on his forehead. Or, like, upper temple or something, which there's really not. That's kind of cool, too. You can't reposition it at all, no. Couldn't, like, pull it up further on his temple. Because, well, let's... We'll come back to tattoos. No, I think we're good. Lipstick, no. Lipstick. Eyeshadow. Give him a little bit. Eyeshadow lower. Where's the color for the eyeshadow, though? It's like I want to give him dark circles. Oh, upper. It's probably as close as we're gonna get. Okay, let's do lower color. Kind of like really makes the eyes pop. Let's do that. Eyeliner, I don't think so. Dirt, no. Alright, let's go back for the facial hair. And, get our beard back, and then maybe we'll swing by the tattoos one more time. Kind of scraggly looking beard is not bad either. Yeah, I like it. That's cool. I'm happy with them. Alright, I think we got his face covered. Body, I think, you know what we had, or like, ooh, what if he's like a older guy that's like super buff because he's been around the block. How much muscle is too much? I'd always like when I played Skyrim or Fallout. There's always like this point where it's just like they're too muscular. I'm happy with that. Let's roll with that. It's more than what we were planning on originally. And then actually really quick before we move on, let's go through the hairstyles again and just make sure this is the one we want to go with. I like it. I think it looks cool, especially on like kind of like mixed with the older features. Just kind of like looks like a you know, an older guy who's, I don't know. It just looks good. I'll just leave it there. That doesn't look bad either. I think I've got that on my other character. Some of these hairstyles, it's clear that the color of hair that he has is like a graying blonde almost. It's like blonde mixed with white. I think I'm happy with what we had. It's not bad either. It's pretty cool, but that, I don't know that that fits him very well. I like this one. Yeah, let's stick to what we had. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. All right, face, I'm going to call done. Let's jump to background. What do we want to roll with here? So, kind of just, if you haven't played, just basically sets up your background. It doesn't necessarily like hold you to be any certain person or do any certain thing. It's more like it just, like you'll have some dialogue options that you wouldn't have otherwise. And you can see like starting skills, you get a little bit of advantage on some of these skills that you don't with like others. From Neon to New Atlantis, the Megacorp stand. You've worked for and against them. No, I don't think so. Explorer might be. There's a time, Titan of Industry, maybe a ship designer, thankfully. Security, persuasion. A space trucker. It's tempting. You know, that might be it. Essentially a mercenary. It's basically what this background gives us. I think you can skip this also if you just don't want to. I think at the bottom there's an option to go with nothing. Soldier. Soldier might be good too. I kind of like that idea. Fitness, ballistics. Yeah. Yeah. I think soldier. Let's kind of scroll through and see if there's anything else. Space scoundrel that might fit too. Piloting, pistols. File not found, yeah. I like the idea of just like being an old soldier. Let's do that. Okay, traits. Space, taskmaster. This would kind of be cool, except like dream home. Like if I could pick something that started with a home, except like I don't want to luxurious, gosh, home. Like I want them, you know, to be 125,000 of credit mortgage weekly. Goodness, that's not good. Freestar Collective. Doesn't really tell you, like it doesn't give you anything. These are optional as well. Serpent's Embrace. Might do that one. It might be one of them. Essentially, I think you're maybe aligned with like House of Varun, which if you haven't played is essentially the faction that their religion is based upon that serpent. Spaced would be kind of cool because that's like, you know, we're an older dude that's just like been out in space for the last, you know, whatever. An alien DNA. Alright, so let's do Spaced. I think that kind of fits our, you know, old soldier backstory a little bit. Would have been flying around a lot in his lifetime. Serpent's Embrace. Do I really want to do the religion thing? You know, do I want to align with one of them basically? Because there's these three here in a row, or Enlightened, Universal, or Serpent. Let's do it. And then what was the last one we were kind of looking at? Oh, I was kind of looking at the Settler from some missions, or Alien DNA, which basically just gives you a little bit of boost to start with your health and stamina, basically. But your healing items are not as effective, basically. Let's do it, because we could just essentially say that, you know, that was part of our history of being in the military, was something maybe they did to improve soldiers at some point, so that would maybe kind of make sense as well. Okay, I like it. We should be, yep, about ready to name ourselves. Let me grab the mouse here, keyboard. I'm playing on controller, on PC obviously, but I do play with controller, so I kind of thought about this ahead of time, so we're going to call this guy Aetherius, and I'm making sure I spell it right. Which, if you've played the Elder Scrolls, you'll know Aetherius is essentially the plane of which all the Daedra live or originate. And so, yeah, just kind of a cool callback maybe. And it sounds cool. Most importantly, right? Okay, let's go with that. So this is Aetherius.
You were a good find when we hired you. Former military always knows how to get the job done. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened? Huh. Well, you passed out, that's for sure. Everything else? Probably just your brain playing tricks. Either way, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh. Sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. Will be... Speak of the devil.
We'll kind of do a mix of first and third person. That's kind of how I play on my own anyway. I just always... Oh man, his ears look huge. Part of it's our haircut.
Constellation contact is on approach.
Wait.
Yeah, he's a cool looking dude.
Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke.
Not a joke. You're just too young to know better.
Hey, I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
Half the crew doesn't believe Earth exists, but it's still there. Same with Constellation.
I've still yet to visit Earth.
Come on. Exploring space? Who does that anymore? Ain't the space we've already got complicated enough?
Oh, I like him.
Not to them,
I might like him more than my usual character. That's not saying much because my
Alright,
normal
guys.
character looks like
Airlock.
myself.
Put your helmet on.
Probably got to do that ourselves, huh? Helmets. It looks even older with that one. I like it. I like it. Okay, here we are. This is why I like to play in third person, because I can just like constantly look at myself.
Barrett?
I feel like I should be on this side.
Been a long time.
Yes, it
I never noticed she was carrying that thingy,
on Bendy, right?
the artifact.
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here. The new guy found it.
That right. And everything went cool? Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy?
Kazal, and no Barrett, not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a
Sure
trip,
is.
huh? That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
Alright, so we gotta find a gun. I know that there's one. Yep, right there. Probably need to equip it first. So let's do that. Not giving us much to begin with, but Also, the difficulty is just a normal difficulty at the moment. I didn't really think about if we were going to change it or not. We can, I suppose, if we're wanted to turn it up a little bit. But at the same time, like, we're kind of just having fun playing together, so... I can loot later. let's finish them. Oh, shoot. Yeah, all the things. Where's the last one? There's got to be one more. There he is. Oh, he's... Dude, you just about got yourself shot.
We're still in one piece. Oh, God.
Alright.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna grab all the loot. Poor guy didn't make it. I looted that one. Let's see what... Is that all of them? It's probably enough. There's something laying over there on the ground. Which means I probably didn't loot one of them. Because that belongs to somebody. Oh, this poor guy here. Oh, there's 2 dead miners here. It's unfortunate. Okay, let's go talk to him. Looks like everyone's kind of tuckered out.
Of course Barrett was being followed. Every time.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure.
I do like that they brought back
That means
the
you saw it.
kind of dialogue from
Coming with me to
more like
Constellation.
Oblivion than it was
Part of this
Skyrim or Fallout. How it's kind of got the focused like conversation when you're talking to someone. I do like that a lot. All right.
Marvelous.
Oh no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about
Never noticed the patches on his shoulder too. It's kind of cool.
Dusty here in my place. I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol Indigo.
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time.
I really had thoughts on whether or not I wanted to get the
Hey, look at that.
pre-order edition that came with the actual physical watch, but I just didn't want to spend the money on that. You guys heard me just say I've only spent $30 on this so far. It was $300, I believe. You got the watch and the case and the basically everything you got with the premium edition as well. I just didn't do it. Plus, I
Really not at all
wear my
curious about that lightning
Apple
that
Watch
you
day in and
experienced?
day out, so it wouldn't
Why, it
really
only affected
do anything other than sit on the shelf, which maybe that's all it's really for.
We've all been
But
handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they also need you. This mystery is only getting bigger each step we take, and you're part of it now. Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it a loan. Vasco will keep you on course. Besides, I'm making an exception since you can tell Constellation about that vision you had. And Vasco, don't
'Kay.
let him break my ship.
see you later, Len. Let's go Vasco. Honestly, I haven't messed much with Vasco on my own to this point. I kind of picked up some different followers and have been rocking with them. So maybe we give him some more playtime on this. I don't know. But let's hop on the ship, head for New Atlantis. Get out of here.
Captain, I assume you know how to fly a Class A Starship.
do know how to fly a Class A.
As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties.
Okay. So let's hop in the ship. Space flight has been a big,
Shields ready. The rest is up to you.
I don't know if I'd say controversy, but people either, I don't know if I would say love it, but people are fine with how it is in game and people hate it. Personally, I really honestly come to like it. This is kind of like, if you didn't follow the game up to release, this is where a lot of the contention was in regards to comparisons to like No Man's Sky and stuff, is the space flight and stuff. So obviously just bringing it up because it's the first time we're about to jump into it here in our run. So and that's how it's done. Okay, really quick. Let's hop out of the seat.
We are in orbit. It might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of.
I just did this because I wanted to look at my skills again really quick just to get a feel for what we had. I wish that we would have gotten piloting. Assume that's where my first point's going. For sure, once we level up.
I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way.
Okay, I know how to do all that. Learn to fly.
Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control.
Okay, should be good. Okay, what's next?
You've proven
There we
an
go.
adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics?
Oh, no.
Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear.
So ship combat also is something that was
To disable their shields,
very frustrating to learn,
weaponry is particularly effective.
to get used to. Because it doesn't really, this is easy, because this is just one-on-one.
The enemy ship centered on the HUD. We can lock in to fire a hole.
But it gets to be very frustrating if you're kind of under ranked, maybe,
Congratulations on
and
surviving
up
your
against a
first
group
search
of ships
assault,
can be a
Captain.
very painful
We should
experience.
search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains.
Vasco, already did that. I did it immediately. There's not even a marker on the map for me to do it anymore. Like, okay, there it is. Yeah, I've already done it. Next, please.
2 more
There we go.
Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain. The amount of Crimson Fleet hostility has been far more than anticipated.
Easy enough.
At this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain.
I feel like the third person a little bit better.
Indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Boom. Yeah, so that's how you land as well. You don't really get to just like fly at the planet and land. You have to choose a spot.
I'll follow you from here on out.
Which, at the beginning of things, is maybe a little bit hard to get accustomed to, but once you've, you know, done it a bit, you know, you get super used to it. It's not really a challenge. You don't have to think about it as much.
Research facility is in this direction.
I don't know if it would even let me dismiss him. Where's he at? Let's just go for it. We'll worry about that later. We'll go through these first few steps and get like out of, you know, the almost call it the opening or the tutorial kind of stuff,
Alien creatures are often unpredictable.
and then we'll dismiss him. And I don't know. I kind of want to cut my own path. I don't necessarily want to just stick to like the main quest line. You know what I mean? Like maybe we'll I think we're gonna have to probably at least initiate it, but then from there we could probably delve off and do our own thing. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. I'm sorry, you know, I was like, I'm, you know, gonna start this, and I'm not gonna really spend much time on the character or anything, because, you know, I don't want to be too boring, but I'm like really happy with how he came out. I probably did pick up a better gun from those pirates earlier, but I honestly, this pistol is pretty good too. Let's go ahead and do this. Add it to our favorites. And which one do we want? Do the same damage. Let's do this one. That way we can quickly toggle between them. Okay, let's go in.
Curious, these are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility.
No pirates yet. Eventually we'll join the pirates. It's kind of interesting. Like, it should theoretically, like, if I know that that's ultimately what I'm gonna do, like, can I just skip it and like, can I just join them now? Can we start at that point? Do some looting along the way. There's all kinds of things in this game that you can pick up and loot. It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
The hell's going on here?
What was that? Now look at you.
Easy peasy. So we're getting almost 100 frames right now. Dips above and dips below. In interior locations, it's really pretty solid. Exteriors. Terramorph.
Oh man, that was the best.
Classic United Colonies. Put something in a game until it kills you.
Shielded lab outfit. I totally lost. I was saying something. I totally lost my train of thought because of the radio transmission. Do this. Nope. A lot of times you can like turn off robots and stuff that the enemy might have, or like turn them against the enemy by using the computers, but nothing there. It's just like a ton of stuff you could read. That's another thing that I've always liked about Bethesda's games is like you can spend so much time. Like if you want to read and, you know, like research the lore, so to speak, and just kind of, you know, immerse yourself completely, you can. I could spend forever. Like you saw how many folders were on that computer screen when I opened it, and I'm sure that there's at least, you know, one file to read in each of those folders, if not more. So it's just like you could go on and on and on, which I don't get too deep into, but I love that it's an option. Hello?
I believe the enemy is nearby.
I'm not going to spend too much time like grabbing little pieces of loot and stuff off the ground, only because like in my other, you know, playthrough, I really haven't done anything with that stuff except sell it, which is one thing, but a lot of the stuff's, you know, not really worth much of anything, if all. Yeah, so look, there's, could spend all the time reading those, and I guess you're welcome to if you want. You can pause it and read through those as I opened them, but I am not going to spend the time for now. If it's relevant, then most definitely. But most of the stuff is just kind of additive, which is great. But in the interest of time, we'll keep moving more often than not.
Someone trying to jump on wall. Hold them off here while Brogan sets up on the roof. I'm on it. No one's getting through.
Except me. I'm coming through.
Keep your head down.
I am going to pick up all their weapons and stuff, because those will be fairly valuable. And that might be good stuff to sell once we get out of here. So weapons and things like that I'll grab. But, you know, like I said, individual little doodads, like this slate, or I'm going to take that because it's money, but maybe I'll just do this number where I open them on screen, and if you're interested in reading them, then just, you know, hit the pause button. Oh, I don't really want to do this right now either. I haven't decided if I like or dislike this lockpick system. I'll do this one just to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like, but so far I'm just not like really in love with it. I've already messed up. Yeah, we've already messed up here. Okay. So we will do, where's this, does this one fit up here? Does not. Fits right here. It's really the only spot it fits. So let's do that. Okay. Then we need this one. Then you move on to the next level, so to speak. And this is probably only going to fit in one or two places. Okay. So that took me maybe a minute or so, maybe closer to 2 minutes to do, and that was like the easiest level of it. And they get harder and more complex. Like that had 2 levels. Some of them have like, you know, 4 to 5.
I'm detecting a safe nearby.
Yeah.
We could make use of whatever is.
Ow. Never had one of those things actually like attack me before. Alright, so this one, just because he's telling me to do it, I'll do it. If I'd have realized that this was like right on the other side of the door, I wouldn't have done the first one. Alright, so the thing you can kind of do is like this one, I'm moving, but like I clearly don't have a home for it on the top level, but I can kind of look at that second level and see that it fits right there. So I'm going to place it, and then I'll go on to the next one. And then same thing with this one. So those 2 will undo the next level. So that means I just have 3 and 4 here that I need to find homes for. Okay. That one really wasn't bad at all. I just complained about the first one, but that one was quite a bit easier. Okay, let's go up the ladder, get out of here. Hold that thought. Yes, I believe so. So I could either kind of talk it out with these guys, or I could go talk it out and then basically get in a fight with them, or... Oh, that was way too far. It's so... I missed so badly that they didn't even react to it. Easy enough. Alright, cool. What is this? Oh, this is more of them landing. I was like, well, who is this landing? One thing I really love too so far is the gravity effects and how they differ on planets. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. That's okay. So like you saw how far I just jumped on this planet, which is low G or low gravity. But like other planets, you know, where the gravity is more, like you can't jump as far. It's just like a cool element. That I have been enjoying so far. Okay, I need to quit running. I'm out of stamina. I might be over. I am over encumbered. Just I'm carrying too much stuff, but that's to be expected, right? Because I picked up like everything I could. All right, the ship is where? Right there. I'm carrying too much to fast travel, and that's fine. I really try. I'm going to say this, and it's going to, if you've played the game, it's going to sound kind of funny, but I really try not to fast travel as much as possible. That's kind of how I've always approached Bethesda games, because a lot of times with Bethesda games, you come across so many like in-world events that if you fast travel, you're going to miss, right? Like Skyrim, you know, like if you're traveling through Skyrim, you fast travel from one side to the other, then like, you know, you might have missed 3 or 4 NPCs across the way that you could have had conversations with. And so I really try not to fast travel. And I say that sounds funny because a lot of like what you do in this game is just in its own nature fast travel. Anyway. All right, back to the ship. We'll go straight to the cockpit.
Captain, to reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis.
Okay.
Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
And so, really what he said there, don't worry, before long this will all be second nature, is like so true. There was like a lot of initial complaint about the game and the travel system, but like truthfully, once you kind of get the hang of it, it is super straightforward. And the only reason it took me as long to do that is because I don't have a very good ship. Once you get a better ship, the like process to start a jump is like immediate.
Scan complete. No contraband detected.
Okay, pick our landing. And welcome to New Atlantis. His hair looks almost blue.
Your memory is uncanny.
Alright, I don't want to wear the... I surely have a different outfit that I've picked up. That doesn't look too bad. It's really... I have that or I have these couple things. See how that looks. If you're playing this and you don't know, this is one of the things I saw out there that people didn't realize is that so when you're equipping your spacesuit, if you see at the bottom for right button, there's show spacesuit and settlements or hide it. And so like if I came in here, I had it hidden, but if I didn't, I'd be wearing it. But if I change that to hide, I'm still technically wearing it, but it's not displaying it. So it's like, you know, I'm not walking around a planet that I can breathe in wearing my spacesuit. I don't know. Do we like the outfit? I kind of like the little orange poncho thing. Let's check that out. It looked pretty good too. Looks a little more, I don't know that I like the white boots though. Yeah, let's put on the tank. And I do also have this that I could wear. I kind of like the tank top though. Okay. All right, let's go to the Constellation headquarters.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested.
All right.
We'd all appreciate it.
I'm gonna make a pit stop in here. Oh no, this isn't where I want to be. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get out of here. I was trying to go to what's called the distribution center and sell some stuff. It's at the next stop though, so we'll get on this train and then it's at the next location. It looks really similar. So you can see I can jump much less here.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
I just like looking at him. The only thing maybe is like his his face. We got the age on his face fine, but the rest of his body still kind of looks like a young man's. He needs some like scars on his
The water
arms and
is
stuff
quite
from
aesthetically
being
pleasing,
in battle.
or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
So this is when your frame rate will start to struggle a little bit. It's raining. There's all of these buildings and things that it's having to render in, and then look at all these people. And so I'm at about 50 frames right now. I dipped into the 40s there for a second. Does that matter? Honestly, like, who's to say? Some people get really uptight about it, and truthfully, like, I'm in some ways kind of in one of those people. Do you really notice it though when you're playing? No, not really. At least I don't. But
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity.
I
Always has been.
think the complaint is that more so
Be careful if you run into those
that
plastic jerks.
it should be better.
Like they own the settled system.
Well, and I guess let me say that I am running the DLSS mod, which is a whole nother conversation about why DLSS wasn't included in the game. Won't really go there, but so I'm running the mod to increase my frame rate, essentially.
Here we are, the lodge.
If I wasn't, like I said,
Doors to unlock
I
if
dipped
you hold up the
into
watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
I dipped into the 40s in my frame rate. Without that mod, you know, how low would that have gone? Would I have been down in the 20s or the 30s, you know? So, I mean, who's to say how important that really is? I probably would be pretty upset. The console version, the Xbox version, is locked at 30 frames per second. And you would like to think that as much more powerful as my PC is than an Xbox, that I would be able to outdo that pretty handily, which I am right now, to be fair. But I also had to do that modding and stuff, and I'm not at 100% resolution either. So I don't know. You can kind of make of that what you will, how much you care about that kind of thing. Some people don't, some people do. But that's really, yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's jump in here.
It is foolish to carry so many items on your own.
I was also going to state, it's kind of funny that I don't actually see the watch on my wrist. So let's go back to third person.
Captain, everyone will be in the library.
So I'm not
Just
wearing the
in
watch,
case. If Barrett
which
were
is kind of a
here,
bummer.
He'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
What I'm suggesting is so outlandish. All the we appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
He gone.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? You all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. Honestly, expect us to believe in fairy.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
We might fix his hair. Might go with just a plain white.
Can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
It looked really good in the character creation menu, but it doesn't look so great right now.
Pieces we already have
That's it. Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves.
Easy, girl.
Simmer down, simmer down.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godfrey?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
I'm in.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the
I don't know about that.
artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
All right, cool. So, the dramatic music out of the way. Okay, so I kind of mentioned before,
You are satisfied.
and I'll show you the room that you get. But essentially, I mentioned before that like this is kind of where we would get before we kind of maybe branched off and did our own thing. And so I do think we will do that. But let me know. I don't necessarily know. Like I know a lot of you guys are probably playing this yourself. I'm not really jumping into this to try to do like a start to finish walkthrough or anything, unless that's something like overwhelmingly you guys are interested in. I'm just doing this for fun. I just want to kind of get out. I want to have some fun. You know, maybe we'll do an episode here and there, and we just like pick a system and we go explore the planets and kind of just see what we can find. Maybe we'll do some kind of settlement building, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And you know, we'll do some quests and stuff for sure. I kind of want to, you know, I don't have anything right now. I'm poor. I'm using the ship they gave to me, so we're gonna need to come across money at some point and do that whole kind of thing. Man, his hair almost looks brown in here, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking, or what I'm thinking anyway. But let me know what you guys think. If you know you have certain requests of things that you want to see, or you know if you're interested in the story, or you know whatever the case is. You know, throw those into the comments, and we can kind of go any direction that we want to with this series. So that all being said, I am gonna wrap this episode up here. Feel like this is a good starting point. Next episode we'll kind of be able to jump back out and you know really kind of go do whatever we want, which I'm excited for. So that all being said, again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, checking out the episode today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're interested in more Starfield, definitely be sure to go ahead and do that. And of course, guys, any comments you have for me, I know I kind of posed some questions and threw out some opinions and all that kind of stuff throughout the episode. Any comments you have for me, throw those into the comment section. I do read each and every one of those, and I do try to get responses out just as soon as I'm able. So yeah, guys, that is it for me in this one. I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks.